Welcome to day 9 of this 10-day lead guitar challenge, where we're looking at really all things delay, but primarily this triplet style delay that's like this, okay? So I'm using the delay that's built into the Boss Katana, and the biggest thing that this has that we really need to make the most of having a delay is a tap delay function, which just allows us to set the length of the delay. So once we hear this first repetition and every repetition after that, we can govern the time of that. The classic example of the shortest delay we can have, and if I just tap this button literally like that, pretty much as fast as I can tap, 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 there we go. This is called a slapback delay, where we kind of hear it straight away and it gives us this surf guitar sound. That kind of thing. We can only really hear the delay when we play something that's short and sharp, something that we mute. If we strum a chord and let it ring out, not hearing too much of the delay there. We need a short, sharp hit so we can hear what that echo is doing. The reverb that I want to focus on in this lesson, though, is this triplet delay, which was absolutely made famous and is the signature sound of the Edge from U2. Now, for that, we need to get our head around this, what's commonly these days known as the dancehall rhythm. Think of Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. And if we think of the tempo of that, bum, 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 bum. Okay, that marimba rhythm is a very famous rhythm, and we need to be able to get our heads around it so we can put the tap tempo right, okay? So this is the BPM of the song. This is the tempo where the main count is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you don't need to be able to do this two at the same time, though it is a really good thing for your rhythm playing. But what we need to be able to do is tap that dan, da, da, dan, 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 dan. Okay? If we tap that to the BPM of the song that you're wanting to play, tap, 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 we should get tap, tap, tap. We can't kind of get the delay playing it for us, okay? And what that enables us to do is get these kind of crazy effects. So let me just double check. If we think about the rhythm of With or Without You by U2, bum 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 bum, tap 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 dan 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 dan. Okay, only need to do it once, and then it's in there, and then we can suddenly play loads of U2 lines. It's a little bit faster for Where the Streets Have No Name. And this has been used by so many guitarists since, most famously, fairly recently, in the hit song Shut Up and Dance With Me. Those are just a few examples to show you the capability of going into the world of effects, but delay, most importantly, delay is a time-based effect. You need to set the right distance of each of the delays for the effect to be in place. So for this one, it's fairly easy. We're just going to go for that again. Da, 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 da. So if you have a tap delay, tap, 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 tap at that BPM, and you will get it. Just copy exactly what you hear. Tap when you want the delay to be heard. Tap, 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 and you can do it. What we're going to do is just play the open D string, but we're going to mute it with palm muting. Now, usually palm muting is like this, kind of this rock kind of effect to get chugs. But what we're going to do is just pick picking the open D string with palm muting, resting the outside of the palm of your hand on the strings here. And then what we're going to do, if I just turn the delay down so you can hear exactly what I'm playing, we're going to play the open string, 4th fret with the 1st finger, 5th fret, and then 7th fret. Now here I want us to be aware of something called intervals, because here we're playing the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th intervals of a major scale. The only one we're missing is the 2nd. That would be at the 2nd fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And frets wise, what we want to play again is open, 4th fret, 5th, and 7th. And yes, this sounds like "Oh, when the Saints go marching in." When the Saints go marching in. Because that's another major scale-based melody using these same intervals. What we need to do is play these with palm muting in a loop. It really doesn't sound like much on its own, but we add the delay, and all I'm going to do now is just turn the effect up, volume-wise. There's my delay again. And it creates this iconic lead line. The downside is that when we play it slow, we can't really have the delay on because it's not going to create the right effect. If we play this really slow, it doesn't kind of sound as iconic, right? But we do want to just kind of gradually speed up to it. And then you find that sweet spot and you're away. The other notes that make up the riff are the 2nd fret of string 5, open, 2, 4 on string 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the focus of this lesson absolutely wants to be playing open, 4, 5, and 7, and trying to get that sounding right with the delay. This is the best delay-based riff that we can go for. Close second would be With or Without You by U2. I've got that in a separate video, so if you're interested in that lead line, it's a perfect one to go for as well. But let's try and get this because it's probably easier and more useful because we've got this idea of major scale intervals as well. So open, 4th fret, 5th, 7 with palm muting. Let's add the delay in, but make the delay just a little bit longer. So I'm going to go tap, 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 kind of that tempo. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. And you can hear the speed that I play it at impacts how the delay, where the delay falls, and therefore the effect that it gives. So as I say, delay is a time-based effect, and this is a hard one to do at a certain, it's hard to make it sound right when we play it super slow. So we're aiming for a tempo. Kind of like that. Dun, 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 dun. And that delay, tap, 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 start with that riff, see how you get on with it slow, see if you can speed it up a little bit. And a key takeaway from this lesson is also the idea of intervals derived from the major scale, where we can call notes or the notes of a major scale as numbers. So those numbers are the intervals. We just number the major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but we'd call them a second interval, major third, perfect fourth, and perfect fifth. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have some fun with your guitar effects and your delay effects. And the final lesson tomorrow, we are going to be going for Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon, probably one of the most iconic kind of indie lead lines of the past 20 years. Join me there, and I hope you have loads of fun with your new lead guitar skills.